going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Creators Podcast. I am one of still two co-hosts, Tevin Brown. Unfortunately, Simone couldn't be with us here today. She's out doing amazing things as superstars do, but we will greatly miss her and can't wait to see her back. Today, we have two very special guests. They are the co-owners and producers on CORVUS Media Studios. One of them goes by LiH, also known as Faye, and our other guest is Nicholas HARVEY. Thank you guys for being here on the show today. Also, I meant to ask prior, but do you prefer to go by Nicholas or Nick?
Nick.
Nick,
Yeah.
okay, the Nick HARVEY.
Yeah.
Perfect. But thank you guys so much for being on the show. One of, I guess, Simone and I's favorite questions to always start out with is kind of the easiest way to say it is, and the masks are honestly fitting sitting there, but your origin story. So like, how did you guys get started?
Sure. So I guess in terms of art, I have been an artist for a very, very long time. I used to have a purse that was just stuffed full of pens and markers, every scrap of paper I could draw on. I got into photography because my grandfather was a photographer, a professional photographer. He did rodeo photography. So the first time I ever learned photography was in a rodeo arena. It was a bronc arena. And then art's always been just there. So I actually went to school, turned down a track scholarship to do an art scholarship instead at Fort Lewis College. So I did some art there, also did dance. So I competed in salsa and different types of swing and stuff. Yeah. And so art's just been something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to create. So that's kind of the origin, is it's just in my blood, I guess. Yeah.
I love that.
So me, when I first bought my first cell phone, I was just taking pictures with that like everywhere, and like whatever the light hit a certain wall or a certain object, I was take a picture
for it.
Yeah. Then my mom had an extra Canon Rebel, so she just gave it to me. She was like, here, just keep taking pictures.
Yeah.
And then I just taking pictures of family, landscape, anything. Then the local community college in Farmington had photography classes. So from there, it's just snowballed. Then the instructor there went to a school called Brooks Institute out in California, and they specialize in commercial photography. So he kept telling the students, if you guys want to get better, if you want to further your education, go over there. So I was like, I'll try it, see if I can get in. So I did get in.
Nice.
So I was there for about 8 months, and the school closed. So so I just moved back and kept doing photography. Yeah.
Heck yeah. I mean, I still love that. And, I mean, even with the 8 months, like, did the school just close down? Or?
Yeah, they had a bunch of financial issues and legal stuff, and they were trying to move to a different location, and they just...
Okay. I understand. So with that, and I guess kind of having that be my first jumping off point, when you pivoted after the school closed, because obviously kind of everything, I'm assuming, kept snowballing and you guys created CORVUS Media, how was that pivot, and what did you do to kind of still keep that fire flowing? And then how did you guys meet, and how did CORVUS Media kind of come together?
So when I moved back, I just got a regular job, but I still kept going as a photographer just as a side hustle. So my passion was still there, and I always wanted to, go full time with it and push more towards doing it my everyday job. But things didn't really work out. But then out of the blue, Faye contacted me and said I had this opportunity, and I was like, okay, let's do it. It took me quite a while to, get stuff ready and then find a place down here.
He says quite a while. It wasn't quite a while. So Nick and I have known each other since elementary school.
Oh,
so we went to school in Bloomfield High School, and Bloomfield, elementary. We were little elementary school kids together, and both like I said, I'm an artist. I just started public school in 4th grade, so I was already kind of like an off I'm still off a little, which is okay. It's okay to be weird.
All artists are.
We're all weird.
You'd be weird if you were normal.
Right, like we're thespians. Like we're supposed to create. Yeah, so it's supposed to be like that. And so I've known Nick forever. And so we've just kept in contact. He's one of the few people that I've always just really remained a very good, solid contact. I always liked that he remained in photography. I saw that connection. We would TikTok each other and Instagram each other and ridiculous memes and silly stuff. So we always stayed in contact as friends. Like we've always got along well. And so we had worked on another project together in photography. It went really well. And again, he's always supported me through a variety of different things. And so I had this opportunity and I was like, who would be somebody who I could just, like, I know I could trust 100%, this guy. So I call him, and I had this opportunity. He was going to take me a little bit. It took him 2 weeks. He told me a month, and he was here in 2 weeks to sign his agreement on his apartment. He was committed. Like, so it was very easy to start that. The hardest part was relinquishing my camera, because I had been doing everything before, because I started full-time. I LLC'd in 2024. And I didn't go full time because I was scared. I was super scared. And so I was like, man, if I didn't have a full-time job, I could probably do this full time. But everything keeping me back was the job that I had instead of trying to start my business. And so when the opportunity came to kind of go full time, I was like, man, I know I can't do it alone. And that's the hardest part, I think, is to relinquish some of the control and say, hey, what is my strength? And my strength is this. My strength is the creativity side, and he's much better at the camera side, you know, and so with us together, we are pinky in the brain. I joke all the time that we're pinky in the brain, you know, so.
I love that. And I also saw you pointed, I also want to show, because these are actually absolutely incredible. So you made these. Right,
yes. Well, so this one I didn't make the actual, I bought the mask itself and then I painted it. But this I actually made last night. It took me 4 hours to make the whole thing. I actually has a skirt too. I didn't bring the skirt though.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And so I guess I want to wear it, but I'm gonna save it.
You should wear it.
It's actually,
it's really comfortable. Like just even keep your beanie on. You don't have to take it off.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a mask. Like it's from the dollar store. And then I bought burlap and glued it, put makeup and paint. I think you might have to take the beanie off.
Yeah, I think my head's too big.
Yeah, it fits. It's a Dollar Tree mask. Oh yeah, that looks cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be comfortable and like fittable and stuff. Yeah.
This is actually really comfortable. Normally you get masks like this and it's like you feel like the plastic like poking at your nose and it hurts and everything. Like,
and
this
so
is actually...
I took a dollar store mask and I adhered burlap with adhesive, and then I used costume makeup, and then I stitched it with fabric from Michael's, like little stitching with a crochet stitch, and then I just worked at it. But that, like I said, it's just makeup. And then with the adhesive over the top, then the makeup doesn't come off because it seals it.
That is awesome.
And then this is oil-based paint. So this, again, after you let it dry, because of the material, you got to think about what material you're working with, because it's plastic. You could use acrylic, but I prefer the oil because of how it still looks this shininess. And then the mandible works, so you can see. Here's your.
That's incredible.
Yeah, this is fun too. You should try it out? You can try it
out.
This one's super fun too because it moves. Yeah, you put that mandible underneath your jaw. Yeah, there you go.
This one ain't bad either.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect.
I'm kind of talking. I'm going to ask my next question.
I love it,
with the mask on.
Yes.
So, Nick.
Yeah.
So, as she kind of said you needed some time. You were like, give myself a month, and then out of nowhere, 2 weeks later, you're here, you're ready to go. What was that process like? Did you feel like as soon as you got off the phone, you were just like, yes, let's do this? Like, what was going through your mind during that?
So once I got off the phone with, I just kind of sat there for a bit and just soaked it all in. Then I immediately went to my parents and my family, like, look, because this opportunity, at first they were kind of like, are you sure? But I was like, I'm doing it. Like, nothing's gonna stop me. I'll tell my boss the next day at work. Yeah, so I was very eager to come down here and do this full time, and been loving every day since.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
it's been really fun.
So did you just hit the ground running, and you guys like went right to work? Like, what are some of the stuff that you guys have worked on together since you've come out?
So I'd say one of our first shoots that kind of have shaped a lot of it is our friend Benji. So it was one of our first collab shoots that we did together when he came in. And Benji is actually like an indoor soccer player, pro soccer player.
Oh, nice.
And he's a school teacher. So when we first were going to do a collab photo shoot with him, we thought that he'd want to do something based on his, like, what we knew about him, right?
Yeah.
And so we always have a consult before we meet with people to figure out. So CORVUS is a branding business overall. I work in branding. So he's specifically media arts, but I work in overall branding and getting people's businesses out there in very different ways. And so Benji, we sit down with him, have our consult, and he's like, actually, I'm interested in fashion. And I was like, okay. And I thought that was really interesting because again, like, you make assumptions about people and you're like, oh, well, he's a soccer player and he's a school teacher and, he teaches elementary through middle school. So, assumptions, they can really take you somewhere. And it was a really pleasant surprise because he's like, actually, I'm really interested in fashion and I have really cool outfits that I'd like to show. So Nick and the COO, we talk about Nick, the other Nick, our COO, they took Benji and they did a shoot and it was amazing. It was so, like, we saw him change into a different person. And I had approval before with Benji too that we could talk about this, And so it was really cool, and that kind of shaped our direction going forward. So everyone we've worked with, we said, who are you? Like, what do you want to do? And so every person isn't a model. Every person isn't a DJ. Every person isn't somebody who wants to wear a creepy mask like this. There's different locations. Like, some people want to be pretty. I'm not. Like, I would rather wear a creepy mask. But some people, you're a different person. Some people want to be behind the camera. And so, as he says. So we've kind of created something called the Murder Crew through this. So Murder CORVUS is a crow, right? So a group of crows is a murder. And so, they say it takes a village. Well, for us, it takes a murder. And so our whole group, it's a group of collectives of people who are creative. So we have DJs, we have tattoo artists, we have multiple photographers, we have models, DJs, clothing designers, different variety of people who work together for our collaboratives. So when we have a collab, it's not just sitting in some Google Drive somewhere. We're actually taking it to Shopify and printing it. So then we have a feature for each. The Shopify goes live at the end of October.
Nice.
But then each of the things on CORVUS isn't just CORVUS or me. It's actually everybody we work with. So we have graphic designers who just want to show their graphic designs. And then we have models that work with Nick on a regular basis. We have so much media that we've taken it to print. We're putting it in stickers and we're making it into shirts.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
That's so incredible. And I also love you guys' energy. And honestly, it makes so much sense that you guys have been friends since elementary school. Because you just vibe so beautifully.
He's just so patient too, because I'm like this all the time, and he's just like cool as a cucumber all the time. So it helps because I'm like this crazy little bundle of energy. Well, it's good though because the creative flows, or like we get into a room together and we're like, God, what's the next one? And we're still working on these ones. Like, well, we haven't finished the shoot, and then we'll be like, what after this though? Like.
Yeah.
Always wanting that creative.
I love that so much. And also, I meant to ask when we were showcasing the mask, what is this one for?
Did you want to explain this one for the?
No, not today.
Not today? Oh, not today.
No,
right.
But yeah, our upcoming shoot that we're going to have this upcoming Sunday, it's our part 2 to our DC Villains group session.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so she's going to be Scarecrow, and then we have a few other villain characters that are going to be there and all do our thing. And
Our collective.
Nice.
yeah.
So the DC Villains specifically raises money for cancer research. And so what we do is we take cosplayers. So all the people, they're not just girls, they're girls, guys, whomever. They get a character, they pick it, or where they're assigned. And then after their character is picked, they get to keep it for the year. And we have different photographers, media artists come out to different locations throughout Albuquerque. So the first one on the 26th this month is going to be at Expressions Gallery. And so we'll be there. They're doing a costume exchange that day for kids. So it's free costumes. It's free to go. You could actually shoot pictures with the cosplayers. So you'll see me in this mask there. I have a whole outfit. But then you have other ones who are less scary. So you're going to have like Mrs. Freeze. We have Harley Quinn. We have Joker. Who are a few of the other ones that we have?
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy, Catwoman. We have King Croc. DeAndre's going to be King Croc.
Oh, and Doomsday.
Doomsday. We have this is a variety.
Nice.
So they're
Yeah.
all villains, and it's called Chaos for a Cause. And the purpose of it is to be uplifting. Like it's one of the slogans is that we can all agree on one thing, and it's the collective of villains still fighting against the ultimate villain, and that's cancer. And so we want to do it year round to collectively earn money for the photographers, for the models, as well as the 10% of proceeds go to cancer research for children's cancer research here local in New Mexico.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're making something happen, and it's, again, like we don't want them to sit in a Google Drive. Let's do something with us. Let's make something, yeah. So
I love that. That's so beautiful. And I
Thank
love
you.
how you've put it all together. With that, how did that idea come to be, and how did like everything kind of like come together for that?
right, for DC specifically?
Yeah, for the
or just overall, the collective together?
I was trying to think of the name of it again, but the
Murder
DC
Crew.
the murder crew as well. The
Right.
murder crew and the chaos
For a Cause.
Chaos for a Cause. Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
no
where my
problem.
brain was.
So my grandmother passed away last year.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It happens. Cancer is a horrible thing. I'll tell you that. One thing that she was a really big donator of was St. Jude. She was for 70 years she donated to St. Jude. So this last year was the first year she was not able to donate to St. Jude. And so she's been gone for a year now. And she loved Marvel, she loved DC, she loved comics. Well, wouldn't think that. Actually, my grandma loved Pitbull too. She'd just come up in her little van, and she's like 75 years old, jamming Pitbull. Like, she's a cool lady.
So much.
Such a cool lady. And she's like the lady, she's kind of the inspiration for the murder crew too, right? And they're called the La Madre Vidas originally, which is the beloved life. And there's a group of people, right? And if I can't take you to meet my grandmother, then you're not coming. That's just the truth of how I run my organization. So and it doesn't matter how you look, because she wasn't judgmental. Look at me, like I have pictures of me with pink hair, one side shaved, tattoos all over, and my grandma was like not like that, right?
Yeah.
But super, super accepting person. And so I think that's how the world should be.
Yeah.
Like truthfully, like we start with us, right? And so that's how it started. It's like I want to support my grandma and let her name live on and do what she really cared about. I still care about it too. And this is the only way I know how is through art. Because I even saying her name is hard, to be honest still. And so to do something like this, it's honoring her. It's still doing something she would have really been proud of, and something she would have showed up to. Like she would have come to this. It's an all age event, and it's something that I can take my grandma and be like, these are all my friends. And because they really are. These aren't just like everybody in these are vetted. Like you're picked. To be a part of the crew of people, because we're like we're family, we're friends. Like I don't want to just bring anyone if I don't trust you. If I can't
absolutely.
say Nick, are they cool? Then if he says no, then we're probably not going to get along. This guy's the easiest guy to get along with. Like if he says no, it's probably not good. Like So it's been good. It's been really good because that's the creative side of it all. Is we're very for both New Mexicans. Family is part of it. Like I don't. That's the biggest thing about New Mexico. They can't take that away from us. Like. I don't believe that anyone put New Mexico on the map. Like we've been Route 66 has been there a long time. We're here. We've been on the map. And what I like about New Mexico is the culture, and and that's what we've built. That's what we're trying to continue building is the positive side of it. Because if you're not positive, you won't get along in our group. Like you'll just leave. Like we won't bully you out. Like you'll just not get along. Like you're just not gonna divide very well. So yeah.
No, absolutely, and I think that's absolutely beautiful and such an incredible story and such an incredible usage of it and a beautiful way to honor somebody.
Thank you. Yeah, we have another campaign that's really beautiful, that the Stop Murder campaign, if you want to talk about that one.
Yes. So that campaign is where we pick anyone that's indigenous, and then we photograph them, and from that point we sell them on merch, t-shirts, anything that we can sell it, and then also getting more attention towards the missing and murdered indigenous women campaign, but getting more attraction to that, but also whatever proceeds we get, 10% goes towards that cause as well.
Yes. The model
So
actually gets to
beautiful.
pick the cause, the specific nonprofit. Our first one, her name is Nikki.
Yeah.
She's part of the Navajo Nation. And so she's one of the first features of the, and like I said, she's already featured, Nick, and her feature is actually on another site called Morbid Heart. It's just this brand here, actually. And
Nice.
so they're featured there, but they will also be on the CORVUS Shopify as well. And the Stop Murder campaign is really cool because it's all Indigenous Americas. That's the project. So it's anybody in the Americas. So we're looking for Mexicas, we're looking for Algonquin, Cherokee, Navajo, Blackfoot tribe, whatever nation you are from, whatever your clan is. If you are part of the Americas, we'd like to be photographed. We'd like to photograph you. And so male, female, doesn't matter age. None of that is a factor. It's the support of the missing, murdered Indigenous women and that cause. So it's actually called Stop Murder. And so that's the campaign, and it's really beautiful. And it's about rebirth. So instead of just the round handprint, we're growing something from that. So Nikki's, for example, has flowers growing from the red. So I've done, you can see what we do here, but I
Yeah.
do it on people's makeup and face. So we are able to make the flowers look like they're growing out, and there's glitter, and it's very, very elegant, and kind of that birthing, like the growth back, not just
Yeah.
staying in the red. Because
That's so
paint means
incredible.
something, in Indigenous culture. So
Yeah.
it's not always red. We got to get out of there's whites and there's yellows and there's another color for rebirth.
Yeah.
So
That's so amazing. Oh my goodness. I know we're starting to run out of time. As we round out, I want to do a last few of my always biggest questions. First one's the easiest because we've already talked about two huge things that you guys have going on. Is there anything else upcoming that you're able to talk about that you have going on?
upcoming, I think, Enchanted Soul Art Gallery. They are going to be doing an exhibit. They're in Cedar Crest. Their exhibit comes out in the early part of November. Really cool. We're doing a collaboration project. Nick Harvey and our other photographer, his name is Jack Allison. He runs Factory Photography. We'll be going to Enchanted Soul, and we have two models that we're painting in blacklight. Because the exhibit is all blacklight, and so we're going to Cedar Crest. It's I think it's the 5th or 4th to do the exhibit, and I'll be hand painting models in blacklight paint, and then photographing inside as a blacklight gallery.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really fun, and so we have a couple of models that'll be coming out, and then I'll be painting them, and then a couple of photographers as well. So it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited. Body painting is, I don't know if you've ever seen much of.
I've seen some. I haven't seen a lot. I follow so many different things. So on the occasion, I get a couple different photographers that have done a few things, but nothing like that.
Oh yeah. So I've done all different. We do installation. We just did Morgan Cripp's zombie pageant. We just did that this last 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
We just finished a fashion show for Death by Denim, which is Junk Approved is the designer, and the second season for Death by Denim, which is a upcycled denim clothing company. It's an upcycle, and so Death by Denim, we just got back from the show in El Paso for that. And Nick did the photography. I did a weird contortion. Her name is LiH Ocean, so this character is LiH Ocean. This is who she started off, my producer's stage name. So this character is silent. So LiH Ocean, whenever the mask is on, she doesn't speak. And so you are welcome to look at my pages, but I do contortion. And so I wear these masks in contortion. And so it can be scary. It's actually why I wear some of the hand jewelry, is when I approach children, they know that I'm safe. I'm not a dangerous person. And I have our COO actually will go around with me and explain, while he's in a hat, explain what I do and stuff, so that people are not terrified.
So
Right, but it's super fun. It's a really good time. But we just did Morgan Cripp's pageant, and then we also did New Mexico Entertainment, their award ceremony. So we just did that. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff that we're just, the DC is year round and always going. So if you are a location wants to do it, let us know. We let's pop up. We show up at those locations and yeah, we we're here to support local, and so we have a lot of local businesses who like to work with us and open their doors so we can create art inside of those places.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that so much. Okay, as we're really rounding out, because I'm getting a rifle aimed at me, my final question, whether it's a bullet point, one sentence, just a piece of advice from your personal journeys for any up-and-coming artist of any age, of any background.
Don't stop making art. Keep creating. Like what will stop you is you stopping. You're your limit. If you limit yourself, then that's when you stop. So don't stop making art. This didn't just happen overnight. I learned how to make it because I had a lot of mistakes. So keep learning. You also don't know everything. If someone has a better at something, say, hey, you're better at this, but I'm better. So then you just work together.
Yeah. I would say keep practicing, practice. Don't be afraid of failing.
Yeah.
You get back up and do it again and keep practicing more, and you'll get better and better.
Awesome.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes.
We ran out of time way too fast because I still feel like I have a million questions.
We'll come back.
Please come back. And thank you guys for tuning into another episode of the Creatives Podcast. Once again, my name is Tevin Brown. I would like to thank you guys for tuning in every week. YouTube, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this so that way we can get it out to more people. Also, you can catch the Creatives Podcast on RM Entertainment, RME Free TV. You can get that on your Apple TV and Apple devices. You can also catch us on Studio 519's personal channel, as well as Catharsis Media's personal channel. Please be sure to look those up and support those as they support us. Also, especially support Studio 519 because they let us film here and have dealt with us all year, and I don't know how they did it. I would like to thank our amazing producer, Daniel. I would love to thank Lydia, who is not also here tonight. I would love to thank Simone for all that she does. And I know she's out there being a superhero and doing her own thing. And I know she was just doing Rocky. She's a superstar. We know this. You know this. I know this. Daniel knows this. She's a superstar. Simone, we love you. Please have a great and safe night and happy holidays.